Heads up, Nick Fury's calling you. That's him. You sent Nick Fury to voicemail?
I gotta go.
You do not ghost Nick Fury.
Woo! Hey, how's it hanging?
I love that guy.
I need a suit.
I like the new suit.
Thanks.
Hello, Peter.
Hello?
Would you like to see what I can do?
Whoa.
It's a hard path. The life of a hero. People depend on you. Even if you win a battle, sometimes they die.
The world is asking who is going to be the next Iron Man.
Stark made you an Avenger. The world needs people like you.
Your friends are in trouble. You're all alone. The question is, what are you going to do about it?
Superhero stuff. I gotta get you guys out of here. Get on the jet. Who are you? I work with Spider-Man. You work for Spider-Man? I work with Spider-Man, not for Spider-Man. New plan.
Hi everyone, we have a whole bunch of new Spider-Man Far From Home trailer footage to break down, a couple really big scenes, some big Easter eggs too, and rumors about what's going on with Norman Osborn in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the Marvel videos. It's going to be crazy this summer. We're doing a new round of the Infinity Gauntlet giveaway too. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a Spider-Man comment on the video. I'll start with the brand new footage first, talk about a couple of the conspiracy theories that I think are going on, because they hid a couple of things in this trailer. They purposefully removed a couple of things or swapped in some temporary footage so that you don't know what's actually happening in the final version of the movie. We start with that same scene of the Crusher Hogan fight poster from the original Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie. This is after that big conference that he gives. We've already learned that they've changed that because in the original version of the trailer, he's in the Stark Tech suit giving everyone the thumbs up. But we now know in the final version of the scene, he's wearing the Iron Spider outfit. So already think about all the other stuff that they could have changed in the trailer to mislead you so that you don't see what's actually happening. You all remember Crusher Hogan from the first Tobey Maguire Spider-Man movie that was played by Macho Man Randy Savage in real life. He was fighting him in the cage to just try and earn money.
The Amazing Spider-Man!
You're going nowhere. I got you for 3 minutes.
There's a much longer version of the scene with him taking down the Manfredi mobsters when he's wearing the Iron Spider outfit in that restaurant. The police shout about how much they love Spider-Man. Just the idea that the neighborhood loves Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Just wait till J. Jonah Jameson debuts in the Marvel Universe and start posting hit pieces on him in the Daily Bugle, just trashing him in the press. There's a much longer, high-res version of the scene of him making his new Steve Ditko Spider-Man suit on the back of Iron Man's jet. I need a new suit. Cue secret door opening in the back of the jet to reveal Iron Man's lab technology in the fabrication device. Really cool printer for making new Spider-Man outfits or complicated European espresso machine, you decide. But don't you wonder how long this stuff has been on the back of this jet? Because they flew on this jet back during Captain America's Civil War when Happy took him to Germany and they gave him the first version of the Stark Tech suit. So this lab could have been here this entire time. There's a really huge Easter egg in this shot for the comic book Iron Spider suit, the red gold one, when he's trying to decide what kind of a new suit to make. This is probably part of a larger Easter egg scene where the machine has designs for hundreds of different Spider-Man suits from the comics. Maybe a whole bunch of them just flash on screen really quickly when he's trying to decide what the new suit is going to look like. This might be a scenario whereby the new Steve Ditko Spider-Man suit winds up being a combination of the Iron Spider suit and the old Stark Tech suit, because it does look almost exactly like the other Stark Tech suit. Otherwise, why wouldn't he just print the exact same suit? Clearly, there's some function that the new one has to serve. But if you look at the other ones on the display here, you have the old Stark Tech suit up at the top here. There's a third one down here that actually seems like it could be a combination of the red gold Iron Spider suit and the old Stark Tech suit. So maybe this is him just mixing and matching things from previous suits to make the new one. This also makes me think that his gauntlet display here he has on his arm has something to do with deploying the new suit, or at least controlling some of this technology. But it might be just leftover gauntlet technology from the Iron Spider outfit from Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame. It's a little hard to read what's going on all these displays in really great detail, so this could have something to do with him fabricating the new suit, or it could just be more data on Molten Man helping him find a weakness and how to fight him. Happy just casually complimenting Spider-Man on his shiny new suit while he's holding on to the exterior of the cockpit mid-flight. No big deal, they're just traveling super fast mid-air. Then they have that brand new funny tag scene of him using Iron Man's special glasses. Like you notice he opens up the case and says Stark Tech, puts them on, and they start talking to him. But the voice doesn't sound like anybody you've ever heard before, and it actually sounds kind of lame. So conspiracy theory, when this heads-up display opens up and says, would you like to see what I can do? The real voice when we go to see the movie will be a character that we know. Maybe it'll be Karen, Suit Lady, maybe it'll be Friday, the voice of Iron Man's AI, or maybe long shot, maybe it could be Robert Downey Jr.'s voice as Tony Stark speaking to him in AI form. Just to be clear though, if they are pulling a big surprise like that, that doesn't mean that Tony Stark is still alive. It just means that he used his voice to create a new artificial intelligence. He'd just be talking to his own version of Jarvis that sounded like Tony Stark. But as you see the heads-up display pop up, you see what the glasses actually do. They just allow Spider-Man to read what other people are texting on their phones. So the glasses themselves are hacking everyone's phones, telling him what they're communicating about. J.B. Smooth's character is reading a history of witchcraft. He's one of the chaperones on the trip. They actually put him in this movie after he did the Audi car ad during the last movie when they were marketing it. He wasn't a character in Spider-Man Homecoming. They just did a funny car ad with Spider-Man having to take his driver's test, and he was the proctor of that exam. In real life, Kevin Feige and the director thought that that was so funny, that performance, that they had to put him in the next movie. So that's how J.B. Smoove wound up being a character in Spider-Man Far From Home.
I see that. I notice everything. Peter.
There, guys.
So I pass?
But A History of Witchcraft is a book in real life, so they're just trying to make his character seem more interesting, like, ooh, wow, he's really interested in reading about the history of witchcraft. Martin Starr's Mr. Harrington character, obviously mostly there for comedic relief, is texting someone saying, looks like things are looking up. Finally, some good luck. Big surprise though, this is probably right before something really terrible happens to everyone on this tour bus, because Mr. Harrington as a character has the worst luck of any character in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Everywhere he goes with these kids on every single trip, there's always a huge disaster. One of his other classmates is texting his mother asking her to wire him more money, and then notice the blank chat bubble up at the top here. This is the character that everyone thinks is secretly playing the chameleon working with Mysterio. Why would they purposefully remove what he's talking about from the trailer, because it should be popping up here in text form? Probably because it's something super spoilery, because this seems like it's happening a little bit later in the movie. But the director did say that earlier during this scene here, he shows up in this secret base working for Nick Fury on his team, or seemingly working for Nick Fury. This is him in the background of this Mysterio scene working on something different. So no coincidence that he shows up on this tour bus here. Then they just have the funny moment of Ned Leeds and his new girlfriend, Betty Brant, texting each other being an annoying couple. Like, can't believe those two. The really cool Norman Osborn rumor now is that he really is going to be one of the post-credit scenes and will show up as the actual person who bought the Avengers Tower from Tony Stark, as Oscorp is one of the few entities in the Marvel Cinematic Universe with enough money to pay for this crazy expensive Manhattan real estate. We're talking like $70-100 million just to buy the Stark Tower because of where it exists in Manhattan. So you'd have to be super rich or a giant company in order to be able to afford it. If they did something like that at the end of the movie, that would imply that Kevin Feige has bigger plans for Norman Osborn in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, aside from just being a really big Spider-Man villain, a much bigger Avengers-level villain. There have been rumors about them working on a Thunderbolts project for a long time now. It would make sense that they're introducing a lot more cool, bigger villains in the Marvel Cinematic Universe as a path to that. Like, you populate the universe with a bunch of bigger sort of second-tier villains that you could put on a Thunderbolts team eventually. That's why they don't always kill the villains off, and why I don't think that they're going to kill Mysterio at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home, because Jake Gyllenhaal is such a huge actor, Mysterio is such a classic Spider-Man villain. Why would you rush to kill him off right after you introduce him, when you can always bring him back in another movie for some hardcore Sinister Six action, or if they want to do a Dark Avengers spin, like a Dark Reign storyline within the Marvel Cinematic Universe. But that would be a much bigger thing than just doing a solo Spider-Man film. That's why characters like Doctor Doom are so important going into Marvel Phase 4 and Phase 5, although I don't think we're going to see Doctor Doom in the universe till Marvel Phase 5. You need villains that can operate on the level of Tony Stark Iron Man, and Norman Osborn can be, or at least he could be, a dark version of Tony Stark. Billionaire industrialist, but none of the morality, none of the drive to be a hero. Brilliant, but the overriding vision that his ideas are the best ideas, his way is the best way for the world. So like Tony Stark wanted to wrap the world in a suit of armor, and that was an example of him taking things too far. That's how you got to the Iron Legion, to Ultron being created. So Tony Stark stepping over the line winds up having dire consequences. Think about what would happen if you have someone like Norman Osborn, who's just as brilliant, but has none of the drive to be a hero. Here's my big question for you guys, though. If they do introduce Norman Osborn in a bigger way in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and they wind up keeping him around, like not killing him off, so that he could be a villain for an Avengers movie, do you actually want them to do a